Yo, what up, man? It's your boy Cage in the motherfucking basement. We live, we lit. Ground up shit, bottom to the top. Hey, yo, we back, man. Cassidy versus Goodz, man. Hey, yo, what happened? I told y'all, man. Hey, yo, off rip, I wanted to say round of applause to both these brothers. I said from my last couple of videos, this battle was way better than people was originally making it out to be. I'm one of the first people to say this battle was dope. I think they both did their thing. Let's just get that out the way. This shit is a low-key classic to me, man. Smack, you got one. I said that in the last video I did. I said, Smack, you got one. Please release this shit on YouTube. I think it would have got more views if this shit would have came out on YouTube earlier, but that's neither here nor there. It still broke records. It still did numbers. Now, it's a lot I want to talk about with this battle overall, but let's just get right into the rounds, man. Let's just get right into my winner. And once I break down the winner, it's a lot more other elements to this battle. It's going to explain to you why I think it's a classic. It's not just the 3 rounds they spit. It's way more to this battle than just that. But let's get it. Let's set it off. Round 1. 1 second. All right, you got Cassidy round 1. Your boy comes out swinging. You know, the shell in the pound, split your melanin, white meat to the no melanin found. He was wilding like, I ain't gonna do all the bars. I cannot do all the bars. It was way too much shit. And mad niggas did bar for bar breakdown. You could go on all the popular channels and get these shits, man. You know, a lot of people transcribed this shit. It was popular to break this battle down, so you don't need all the bars. Just know Cassidy was spazzing round 1. I was fucking with a lot of the shit he was saying, man. Like, I liked almost everything he was doing in round 1. He was direct. He was getting straight to Goodz. Like, he was up in his face. Like, he was rapping towards Goodz. I like shit like that. Like, no smiles. All that shit was cool to me. Like, all his bars was hitting. The majority of his shit was just connecting to me. So, round 1, Cassidy came out swinging. I was fucking with that off the rip. Now, what I didn't really like in his round, it wasn't too crazy, but I really didn't like this part. It was a little too much pausing in between his bars. It kind of looked like it almost was getting to him, but he got through it. I just didn't like it. It was too much pausing, but it was fire. It's still fire material and shit. And one more thing. After his closing, it didn't take away no points from him because he closed his round out, but he did spit a bar after the closing. I didn't really like that at all because you closed your round out. There was no reason for you to say anything else. So you didn't lose points for that, but it still kind of like fucked up a strong closing in my opinion. So I gave him a solid round. I think he closed that round out with like an 8. And I'm using like a, let's say, like a talent show type scoring system from 1 to 10. Olympic style, if you would say that. And I'm giving, out of like 10 points, I'm giving him an 8. I really like that round. Then you got Goodz. Now, I think Goodz came out swinging as well. Goodz came out with a powerful first round. You know, he got the crowd involved immediately. What y'all want? Henny Goodz or Tay-Rock Goodz? You know, everybody was Tay-Rock Goodz, Tay-Rock Goodz, Tay-Rock Goodz. So he tried to jump into the Tay-Rock Goodz bag. Now, there's one thing I'm going to say about just that right there. Again, I didn't immediately start taking points away for this type of shit, but he said he was going to jump into the Tay-Rock bag, but in my opinion, in the Tay-Rock battle, he was all up in Tay-Rock face, like all on Tay-Rock, mad aggressive, crazy aggressive, but he was rapping at Tay-Rock, like directly at Tay-Rock. He wasn't really looking to the crowd too much. He wasn't turning his back on Rock like that. He was rapping in Rock face. So that's what I kind of thought I was going to get. And then it was kind of awkward toward the end of the round when he barely was even facing off on with Cassidy. Like, he was looking at the crowd a lot, turning his back. It started looking weird. So, and the weird part about that, that's how he rap when he do the Henny cup shit. Like, he got the cup in his hand, he looking at the crowd, he not really paying his opponent no mind. He not even rapping about them. That's his style with the Henny cup. And it was just weird because you said you was going to do it was weird, man. But I ain't really take no points away from that. But he got the crowd involved. He had some bars in there. He was hitting with a couple of shits. It's just for some reason, Cassidy round had more shit in it for me in round 1. So I'm giving Goodz like around, 7.5 in this first round. So I'm like edging Cassidy the first round with an 8. Goodz get the first round with like a 7.5. Now we getting into round 2. So round 1 was close. So let's get into round 2. Round 2, this is when shit started getting weird. Like at this point, the crowd was getting a little too involved. Because in my opinion, the way Cassidy started his round off in round 2, coming directly at Goodz, basically trying to rebuttal shit that he think Goodz gonna say, or shit that Goodz just said. And a lot of that shit was direct. People was trying to run with this narrative. He wasn't going directly at Goodz. I don't know what the fuck y'all was listening to. The majority of that shit was addressing Goodz directly, especially in the second round. Even to the point where even the shit when he was rapping about his lifestyle, that was still addressing things Goodz brought up. Like, none of that shit was filler, or none of that shit can go towards anybody to me. So I think all of that shit was direct. It was to the point. But the crowd was weird, man. The crowd was doing a lot of dumb shit. Smack had to keep telling these niggas to shut up. Like, they was talking, doing a lot of weird shit. I didn't like that. Like, I'm like, yo, I was in my own... So the first time I seen it, I'm sitting there like, yo, why don't they just shut the fuck up? Like, what are they doing? Let the nigga get his shit off. Like, he's saying some shit. Y'all don't want to listen to it. Just shut the fuck up. That's what I was saying when I was listening to it the first couple of times. And even after watching it again, I'm like all these other times, I'm like, yo, these niggas just won't. Even Smack had to be like, yo, hey, yo, let the nigga rap, man. Shut up. And he like lost the crowd for real when he hit that uterus infection line. Like, Cass, man, that's nasty, man. Uterus infection, man. That's some nasty shit. Nobody. Anyway. But he kind of lost the crowd at that point. He kept rapping. He was still trying to get through it, but the crowd was just bugging out. And like Smack cut him off mid-bar and was like, yo, shut up. Y'all gotta shut up. Y'all gotta let the nigga rap. At this point, Smack even like, yo, they on some bullshit. I gotta do something. And then Cassidy just was like, yo, fuck it. Gas, Smack. So he kind of gave up. I'm not sure how much more material he had in the second round. I'm pretty sure it was the end of his round. But I don't think he closed strong at all. I think he gave up. He didn't choke or nothing. I just think he just gave up. And it made it kind of worse that after he gave up the round, he just kept talking. It's like, if you want to give up the round, cool. If you want to close it out right there, cool. You kind of was talking to the crowd, like, or talking to yourself and the crowd could hear you. That I didn't really like that neither. Like, a lot of shit you was doing after your round, I didn't really like. It was, like, weird to me. That shit was just weird. So, I don't think you closed your second round out strong. I still gave you a decent 7.2 at most for that second round. Because you could have, if you would have closed that round out strong, you could have got way more points for that round. Way more points. At least a whole half a point for that round. Because it was powerful material. It's just that you lost the crowd with one bar. And you kept, it's like you just gave up. So I wasn't really feeling that. So Goodz come out round 2. This is really the round for Goodz to come out and like start separating itself from you, in my opinion, because you kind of gave up, and now Goodz got a lot of momentum coming into his second round. So Goodz comes out, and I'm thinking, oh man, Cass, like, damn, son, you kind of just left the front door open for Goodz to just come in here. He had decent momentum coming out of his first. He might come in here wilding, and low-key, I'm sitting there watching the fucking battle, and I'm like, come on, Goodz. When you gonna give me one? I mean, he was emphasizing and acting as if these shits are supposed to hit, but they wasn't hitting for me. And I don't think they was hitting for the crowd really neither. Like, shit, it was a lot of, it sounded like it was crickets to me. I couldn't hear, it wasn't a lot of crowd reaction. I think for his first like 12 bars, like, he wasn't even, it took him a while to heat up, man. Like, it took Goodz a while to heat up. So when he got to the AR ab line, then the crowd gave him a little something. But I don't even think that was enough. At that point, it was like, damn, bro, you like 8, 12, damn near 24 bars in, and you got a light line. It wasn't even a heavy punch or a haymaker. So I'm still giving him the benefit of the doubt. Like, all right, Goodz, like, go, nigga, go. And it's just like the crowd wasn't really booing him, but they wasn't super cheering either. He had a lot of lines that just fell flat, like straight flat to me. Like, talk about dry spots. But then again, then he started heating up toward the end. So like in the beginning, the middle of his round, I didn't really like. at all. He started heating up toward the end. He had a couple of good lines in the end, like, you know what I mean? Like, what he said? I don't know, man. Like, it was weird. The weird part about it is he had a lot of dry spots in the second round. What made it even worse is he was speaking to Cassidy as if he was like talking, like, you know how you like talk to that nigga, talk to that man. He was talking to him, but he wasn't looking at him. And I know this shit is not really a big deal in most battles, but the shit got super weird in the fucking second round. Cassidy was even saying, like, yo, you're not even looking at me. Like, yo, you're not even looking in my face. You literally was doing everything to avoid this, man. The shit was getting super weird to me, man. A lot of your shit wasn't really hitting. But even with that, I kind of edged you the second round because you had some shit in there and Cassidy quit. So the way I called the second round, to me, I kind of gave Cassidy like a 7 flat, 7.2 maybe. I gave you like a 7.5, 7.4. 7.5 is good. You had enough shit in there to win that round, and you closed out with your slogan and shit strong enough, so I'll give you that. But I don't know, man. It was just weird, man. Your body language was off in that whole round, man. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Then we get into round 3. And Cass even opens up his fucking round saying, like, yo, this nigga not even looking at me, man, so I'm gonna rap to y'all. Like, that's how you know shit. It was just super weird. I don't know. It was weird. Then Cassidy goes, round 3. Now, at this point, I'm not expecting the crowd to give him much. They already was, at this point, the crowd is ass to me. The crowd is fucking ass at this point. I'm not expecting these niggas to get this nigga much. They were just being silent for the most part. Like, they heard him out. It was a couple of hecklers, but I was just glad they was shutting the fuck up and letting him get his shit off. Because what he was saying in the third round was some fire shit. Again, I liked his third round. It wasn't better than his first, but it was better than his second, and he got a chance to close that one out. You know what I mean? So if you ask me, his third round was better than his second. You know what I mean? But the crowd was done. Like, I was like, this crowd is ass, man. Like, what type of crowd is this? I was already pissed off with the crowd. I'm glad he got enough shit for me to go back on a playback and really start breaking down the material, because they was fucking it up for me in the second round. So the third round, he got it out, and I'm giving him a solid on this round. This round is like a 7.6, 7.5 for me. A little bit better than his second round. A little bit better than Goodz' second. It was cool. But then Goodz come out the third round. Again, he started mad slow. Hardly no reaction, man. Matter of fact, I fucked up. He had the AR ab shit in the third round. That's what I meant. In the third round, he started off hella slow. Hardly no reaction. As a matter of fact, I take a lot. In the second round, Goodz was actually way better than I just said. And it's the third round where I think he started off slow and didn't have a lot of reaction. But long story short, Goodz' third round, a lot of shit wasn't landing. No matter how many times I watch it back, I'm not even listening for crowd reaction. I'm just trying to figure out how much I like the shit he's saying. A lot of that shit wasn't all that cool to me, man. Then he had the whole tranny angle, the way he ended it. I didn't really like that, man. That tranny angle was whack to me. That shit was weak. The hardest shit he said all battle, really, and the hardest line of the third, to me, was I would have left my bitch for some keys, too. That was fire. That whole Swiss angle, I like that. But damn, at that point, it was like toward the very end of his third. At that point, I'm like, damn, I don't think he had enough in that third to compare to what I just seen from Cassidy. Like, fuck the crowd. Fuck that at this point. They done fucked up their opportunity to be a part of something great in the second round. So, I'm just judging the material at this point, and I'm calling this shit. Goodz kind of got like a 7.2 for me round fucking 3, man. 7 even, like. So, to me, I'm calling this shit Cassidy 2-1. He got round 1. He got round 3. Goodz got round 2. So if I want to add it all up, if I add up the points I gave these niggas straight up, I'm thinking Cassidy got like a 22.5 out of 30. And Goodz got like 22 out of 30. slight edge on Cassidy. Good battle all in all. You could call a lot of these rounds how you want to call them. This is how I called it. So that's what it is. You already know what it is. Your boy Cage in the motherfucking basement. And yo, believe it or not, it's like the 4th time I recorded this fucking review, man. And I'm going to tell you why. I was first going to do this review right after I seen it. Right after I seen the bullshit going on. But I decided not to. I'm like, nah, I got to let this shit hit on YouTube. And then the app era popped off. That shit blew my mind. I got the app immediately. I was fucking with the shit on the app. I was going to do like an app review because I wasn't sure when they was going to release this shit on YouTube. So I actually recorded the app review shit. This shit, audio was crazy fucked up in my other location. I couldn't really use that. So I was going to re-record it, and then I seen the notification that this shit was dropping on YouTube. And since when I originally started this channel, I wanted to wait till all versions of the battle was out so we can get everybody's perspective before I make these reviews or these recaps. So I'm glad Smack put this shit out. 1 million fucking views in less than 2 days. Did history again. And I'm going to talk about this shit mainly in my next video, but I just want to bring up something with this battle alone. It's like the perfect example for my next video. The different aspects of battle rap. Battle rap has expanded at this point, y'all. We had a great era. We in a great era. We had a great point in battle rap. You got the before the battle get locked, where niggas just build up hype for the battle. Then you got once the battle get locked in, the promotion starts. And you fellas gotta pay attention, man. We need this promotion. Cassidy obviously proved, man. I know y'all tired of hearing this shit. You gotta fucking promote. Please fucking promote. You see how great this shit is. You see how dope. See how much interest it builds. Even weeks after events done popped off and other battles happened, niggas still was interested in this battle. It's mainly because of that promotion, man. I'm gonna chalk it mostly up to the promotion. Then you look at the face-offs, man. Y'all gotta start taking this shit serious because that face-off was fire. Face-offs matter now. They spending a lot of production dollars on these face-offs. You brothers gotta show your ass in these face-offs and let us know you wanna kill us, nigga. And yo, you ain't even gotta be in a face-off talking about what you gonna do or what you not gonna do. Just make the shit entertaining, man. You could be complimenting a motherfucker, cracking jokes on him. Just make it entertaining. I don't give a shit. If you want to be his best fucking friend during the face-off, do that. Do something. Just don't get up there with the corny line, oh, I'm just here because I don't get fined. Nobody gives a shit about that no more. It's corny now. So take them face-off serious. That makes the battle better. That sells pay-per-view. Then we got the end of building battle. / pay-per-view battle. We're going to call it the live battle. That battle happens. People got their perspective on that. They feel it. But I think the inner building is way different from pay-per-view because in the building you get the live energy. You most likely intoxicated. You feeding off of other people around you energy and how they feel. You being swayed either which way in the building. Like you going off a crowd reaction or shit you didn't even hear. Like you can even Surf mentioned how he going off how the building is shaking opposed to just how loud people are. You know what I mean? So it's a whole different story in the building as you would expect. Then you got when you watching it live on pay-per-view. You know, you in your crib, you relax, you in the comfort of your own home, but you still got to sit through all the delays. You know what I mean? You really can't rewind. You don't really want to go back. Ain't no fast forwarding, ain't no skipping. You got to go through it. You got to see everything. So you got that. So it's a little more drawn out than a YouTube battle. So these battles might last way longer than it is on YouTube. Then you got the edited, clean cut, perfect angle, perfect audio YouTube battle. So that's like 4 different aspects of one battle. Then you got the post-battle promotion like Cassidy did with the song, like Goodz did with the fucking freestyle. That's like 5, 6 different elements to one fucking battle. You guys got to pay attention, man. It's showtime now. It's big time. Gotta make this shit make sense, man. Everybody do their thing. But once again, shout out to both of these brothers. They did their fucking thing, man. Goodz the fucking animal. Cassidy, Bars is fucking back. And one more thing before I get up out of here. I would like to say this. No matter how you score this battle, I say they both did what they said they was going to do. Goodz came up there and performed in front of Cassidy and showed out as much as he felt he can do at that point. Then Cassidy came up there with bars. as much bars as he can come up with to that point. You know what I mean? And they both showed out to me. I was impressed with Cassidy. To be real, I was more impressed with Cassidy than I was disappointed. And I wasn't really disappointed with Goodz, but I wasn't super impressed because he gave me exactly what I expected, opposed to something I didn't never expect. You know what I mean? But there we go. I'm calling it Cash 2-1. You already know what it is. Your boy Cage in the motherfucking basement. Hey, yo, subscribe, man. We getting there, man. We already deep. You already know what it is, man. Cage. Yeah, nigga.